Really, really fast. This is the review for the 1920s test. It's here. It's ready to go. Let's do this. Part 1. Follow along with your study guide. It's the exact same sections and stuff. Wayne Wheeler. He hired the KKK to break up bars. The KKK. He hired a racist organization to destroy alcohol. What is this guy? He also, got stabbed with a pitchfork, and then he poisoned people by changing it from ethanol to methanol. All those bad things. Bad dude. Bad news bears. What do you need to make wine? Grapes. You silly goose. First cartoon was sound. That is Steamboat Willie. The most popular dance in the 1920s? The Charleston, which we're going to teach you in class, and it's going to be awesome. What do you need to make alcohol? You need the following 4 ingredients: water, sugar, hops, and yeast. Okay, you need those 4 things. There are 4 terms in the first section that you need to know: modernism, fundamentalism, bootlegger, and speakeasies. Modernism is a liberal view of religion, liberal with a B. Fundamentalism is a literal view of the Bible with a T. Bootlegger, they are the ones that smuggled alcohol, and speakeasies are underground bars. That's the entire first section of the test, questions 1 through 9. Part 2 is all about Capone. You need to know what he did to his teacher. Punched her in the face. What was his nickname? Scarface. And he didn't like that. Remember, he got cut. Was trying to hit on the girl. Brother came in and slashy. Capone spent a lot of money to make himself look good in Chicago. He would pay for milk for schools. He also did soup kitchens, so he did both of those things. What was he arrested for? Not paying his taxes. Taxes and death, folks. You can't avoid either one of those. Al Capone died from really it was syphilis from the brain. It was complications due to syphilis of the brain. This will lead to other situations, but syphilis of the brain. Valentine's Day Massacre caused the death of 7 men, and by happenstance, because of the results, the dog, Highball, will be put down because of this, because of the PTSD that he's going to suffer. That's all of Section 2. Section 3. This is all about the presidents. You need to know about Harding, Hoover, Coolidge. You need to know that Hoover did volunteerism. You need to know Harding was the Teapot Dome scandal guy. You need to know who lowered taxes of the ones, who passed the budget of the Budget Accounting Act. You need to know who campaigned on a state of normalcy. So research that. Good luck with that. You'll be just fine. Anyway, the next things about these is the Hoover names in this section. Hooverville, Hoover flag, Hoover blanket, Hoover ball. A Hoover blanket was a bunch of newspapers that people would use as blankets when they were homeless during the Great Depression. A Hooverville was a collection of cardboard shacks. A Hoover flag was an empty pocket pulled out to show you didn't have any money. And Hoover ball was a game they played at the White House trying to come up with ideas of what to do with the economy. And they didn't come up with a lot of good ones, I'll tell you that. Amendments. You need to know the 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, and 21st. Okay? 16th, income taxes. Just remember, income taxes is the thing that got Capone arrested. 17th, vote for senators. 18th, you can't drink alcohol anymore. 19th, women can vote. 20, lame duck. Basically, it changed. We used to have people show up. They vote for people in November. They show up in March to be president. Well, now it's January. So, and then finally, the 21st is yes, we can drink alcohol again. Part 5, women in history. These are all the ones we talked about before. Deborah Sampson, she was shot twice. Remember, she dressed like a dude. Jeanette Rankin, first woman to be elected to Congress. She was ranked in. Cleopatra, remember, she married her bro in Egypt. She ended up having a kid with Julius Caesar. She eventually killed herself via snake bite. Alice Paul, she was force-fed for her beliefs. Remember, she wanted women the right to vote. She was arrested. She was force-fed. There you go. Susan B. Anthony, she was the one that she wrote the 19th Amendment, the Women's Suffrage Amendment. And Sacagawea, she was the one that led Lewis and Clark through their expedition, and she did this while she was pregnant. Part 6, you need to be able to figure out a political cartoon and what it's saying. I showed it to you just for a second. You'll be able to tell me what this political cartoon is saying. And finally, part 7, describe how gangs make their money, pay gang members, recruit gang members, and all that stuff. We talked about this in class. Remember, they pay their workers very little. The death rate is very high. They typically go after desperate and poor young people. And that's the thing, too. The majority of people in gangs are young people. Why? Because the likelihood of them going to jail, the likelihood of them be having a short life is pretty high. So yeah, that's your test. Peace out.